Havoc across parts of North India. Heavy monsoon rains have created this situation across several North Indian states. Dozens of people have been killed, thousands displaced in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Uttarakhand, West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh. Lakhs have been marooned in villages across 9 flood-hit districts. In Uttarakhand, the Char Dham Yatra has been affected, with highways leading to the major shrines blocked at a number of places. In Bihar, heavy downpour has pushed up the levels of river Kosi, Gandak and Bagmati. Eventually, some of these rivers have breached their embankments. 9 districts have been hit by floods in Bihar. Darbhanga, Nalanda, West Champaran and Patna are amongst the worst affected districts. Hundreds are trapped. Look at those pictures of a man battling flood waters. He's desperately hanging on to a tree. Scores watch helplessly. There are people who are trying to rescue him. They fail to do so. The rivers are in spate. On Friday, 3 people were killed when a house collapsed due to surging waters of the Nalanda, of a river in Nalanda. The incident triggered protests against the administration for not taking adequate steps despite rising water levels. In Gopalganj, district flood waters have breached their embankments, forcing people to leave their homes. 75 relief camps have been set up in the affected districts. Around 38,000 people have been evacuated so far. And headlines today's Amir Haq now joins me with the latest. He joins us from Bahraich in Uttar Pradesh. Amir, did the administration not take adequate measures in time to ensure people are not adversely affected?
Well, absolutely, Gaurav. And the worst tragedy is that this entire Devi Patan range is gets these floods around this time of the year, just about every year. And still the administration has done hardly anything to help the people in terms of rescue and relief work. Right now we are here on the border of the district Bahraich, where the Ghagra river is just about 2 kilometers from here, and you can see this bund that we are standing on is getting completely washed away in with the flood waters. The people here left to fend for themselves are living out in the open with their complete household. Small children are living under the open sky. They're sleeping here through the night, and on the other side you can see the flood waters here, raging waters from river Ghangra and Saryu, inundating just about every nook and corner of this district.
Okay.
Also, these fields that you see here were paddy fields where standing crop has been completely destroyed, and still there is no promise of compensation by the state government to these poor villagers here.
In the first part of the monsoon, what we were told was, it isn't raining enough, people are going to suffer because there are no rains, and suddenly in this second phase, this entire area is inundated. The administration had adequate time to prepare, or is the administration now saying they're overwhelmed because they just didn't anticipate that the water levels would rise so swiftly?
Well, there's a complete insensitivity, Gaurav, on part of the state government and the local administration, because it is not because of the rains that the villages and fields out here are inundated. They are flooded with the water from the Nepal, which flows through rivers like Rapti, like Saryu and Ghagra, which is an annual phenomena. This happens just about every year, and therefore, there's no excuse on part of the state government or the local administration that they did not perceive this threat of floods earlier. Over 200 villages are completely marooned in these flood waters, but the administration, making tall claims there from Lucknow that they are making adequate relief and rescue operations here, but on the ground, actually nothing is being seen here. We've been touring this entire area since early morning. We haven't seen a single government board, a single administrative official or NDRF team visiting these harried villagers, or helping them to get their cattle out, to get their household out there on the road, or to help these poor villagers, arrange temporary shelters out here. So complete insensitivity on part of administration here as part of rescue and relief operations.
Okay, so there is a disconnect between what people want and what the administration is able to give or not able to give at all. Take us through the demands of these people. What is it that they're looking for just now?
Well, they need food here because the crops are completely destroyed. They haven't been able to save themselves enough ration for to fend for themselves over the next few weeks. Also, they need medical help because quite a few people here, small children, have been taken ill because of this season and the flood waters. They do not have doctors here from the side of government who visited them. Also, they need temporary shelters because there are complete villages who've been inundated in the flood waters.
Okay.
They do not have place to sleep. They're out in the open, and during the day it's scorching sun out there where small children, older women and men are having to fend for themselves. So administration, although says they are making adequate arrangements, they also talked about 2 helicopters being pressed into service for the rescue and relief of villagers in far off areas. But on the ground, there's nothing that can be seen.
Okay, what we're also being told now is that the army is on standby in Bihar. Headlines today is Kumar Abhishek joins me from Patna. Kumar Abhishek, we are told there are 9 districts that have been affected by floods. 2 people reportedly killed, more than 4 lakh affected. Has the administration taken effective steps to ensure that people are brought to safety in time?
Well, Gaurav, government is claiming that government is taking full steps to prevent any damage to the flood. But right now, what I can say is the 9 district is badly affected in Bihar. NDRF team has been deployed in all the districts. The latest reports say that not only 2 but 7 people had died so far. Almost 4 lakh people had been displaced from their homes. The Home Secretary, the Chief Secretary and the Home Secretary had taken the... Hello.
Kumar Abhishek, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. We will continue to report on this flood fury that has affected several North Indian states, including Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Bengal and Assam in the east.